Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren Gerhart, and this is week 8, our final week of judicial procedure. So, this week we're going to be exploring judicial independence, decision making, and its implications for democracy. So, judicial philosophies shape how judges interpret the Constitution, therefore significantly influencing how they decide cases as well. Two of the most prominent and very different approaches are originalism and living constitution. Originalism holds that the Constitution's meaning is fixed at the time it was written. Judges, guided by this philosophy, try to interpret the text according to the original meaning of the words and the intent of the framers and writers. They rely heavily on historical sources, such as the founding era documents, debates, and dictionaries. An example might be examining 18th century definitions of search and seizure to decide a Fourth Amendment case involving modern issues. They also believe that rights should come from the text or framer's intentions. They are less likely to recognize new rights not specifically grounded in historical tradition. And this affects the interpretations. It may be a little bit narrow compared to other approaches. Living constitutionalism views the Constitution as a dynamic document whose meaning evolves over time as society progresses. They may take into account contemporary social values, modern understandings, and practical needs of a changing society when interpreting. They consider societal norms, newer knowledge, and modern realities. They also they think that rights can expand under society's evolution. They may interpret liberty and equality more broadly than originalists to address contemporary issues, and it affects it because it is more flexible, but there may be less predictability in interpretations. So presidents often select judges who share their general ideological views. However, once confirmed, they do have a life tenure, and they do not answer politically to the president. And this shows a functioning democracy whenever a judge rules against the current sitting president's political views with constitutional supremacy and a check on electoral power. So for constitutional supremacy, it shows that the Constitution, not politics, guides decisions. So in a functioning democracy, they prioritize, precedent, individual rights, and constitutional limits over political expectations. So when they do so, even if it does go against the president, it shows that their commitment to the rule of law and the judiciary's institutional legitimacy. This shows that the system is functioning where there's no branch that is politically charged. They also have a check on electoral power. So presidents gain power through elections, but judges don't. So the contrasting base creates a balance. Elected leaders, wield a political power, but judges preserve constitutional restraints, and especially against temporary political majorities. When these judicial decisions restrain the executive branch, it diverges from partisan desires and creates a balance and a check for that power. And here are my sources. Thank you.